So let's just move on to this lavish traditional wedding in Mombasa's Mvita constituency, which turned chaotic after a fight broke out between some of the guests. Credible sources said that at the time of the fight that it broke out, the couple getting married had not arrived at the reception venue where the chaos erupted. Videos of the scuffle were shared on social media showing guests throwing food, utensils, bottles at one another, and there must be, you know, one side of the family yenye ilikuja tu soda zote, kwa sababu how do you explain this? And you know, Swahili food is so good and it tastes so nice, so for them to waste it and to fight with it, so tunatupania tu bajia, samosa,
how do you even call it a lavish wedding? There's no love here. Talk about hate-ish wedding.
That's why the ish is there.
It's a hate-ish wedding. Jamani, kuna huyo ni kama alikatwa, ni kama alirushiwa chupa ama ni sahani, the lady, yeah. Man, this is quite uncouth and palatable and primitive.
But let me just tell you, you know, when you come from one side of the family, you don't even know what your auntie is fighting for.
Yeah.
You don't know why she's in if right now a fight broke out, I don't need to know what Cindy is fighting Matua about. I am going to ask her after the show, like, Cindy, what did Mato say? You know what I mean? Like, if she was, I don't want you to take it personally, but if we were throwing chairs and a chair landed on your head and Cindy threw it, I am defending
Cindy. It'd be like, Cindy,
I am defending
Cindy.
Exactly.
No, you see.
Exactly. Tell me why.
You see, the thing is, I think every other panelist here except me has gone through this process, and one thing I've seen with going through these processes of familia huku na familia huku is at one point or the other there's always things people are disagreeing about, and sometimes it takes such a toll on the newly marrieds or the newlyweds or the yet to be marrieds that sometimes it becomes crazy. I've seen people going crazy during their wedding day because familia huku imesema sisi hatukai kwa hiyo tent ya sijui ya gani, mbona sisi hatukuwekwa kwa ile tent ya sijui nini, mbona sisi hatukuletewa
kulangi nyama,
sisi
ni watu wa SDA,
you know, so that then it becomes drama. Mbona sisi hatukutumiwa gari ya kutuchukua
kutoka kwa nyumba. Coca-Cola.
People now start making this day about themselves more than the newlyweds.
That's true. The bride and the groom.
Yeah. So you find these people fight. Nyinyi mko huko poda iko karibu kufunika bibi harusi macho because they are trying to make her look like she has never looked in her life.
That's true.
And they are there. Mnapigiwa simu ati kwa venue, there is nothing else that is going on.
Nyama. Mato, tell us, how did it go down at your wedding? You know,
stories
so multicultural.
You know, I've had 2 weddings. Kuna stories
Oh no, hii ya mwisho.
No, hii ya mwisho ilikuwa fantastic.
Are you serious?
Nakwambia hata kama karibu wakati niliambiwa niende nika collect mbuzi asubuhi ya the wedding, tulienda nikapata wame double bay kwa sababu sasa ni the day of the wedding na hakuna kitu kingine ninaweza fanya ni kulipa hiyo double kwa sababu hiyo vendor ni mjanja.
Are you like after you had negotiated?
Yes, we went the previous
day.
They said they are going to keep it because I mean we can't go with it to the hotel room where we are staying. Then when we are heading to to my father-in-law's place, that's when we are going to go and pick it. My boys wakaenda kupick akasema it's double, man.
Take it or leave it.
Prices
take it or leave it.
Wow.
Hiyo tu ndio kwa drama ya hiyo wedding day.
Attorney General.
Otherwise everything else was fantastic.
I got married at the AG.
A
day after Nikindeda by the but that's a story for another. But I got married at the AG.
I see this.
No, I'm just saying.
Wounds bana.
Yeah.
Get married at the Attorney General.
I love it. Yeah.
We were all of 11 people, and by the way, bado tuko.
Yeah, so, I like that.
But to each his own. You know, there's some families where, and some cultures, that you do not allow marriage in a teenage. There are some religions, they don't even allow marriage in garden weddings. It has to be in a church. So I totally understand if you need to have a lavish wedding. Shame on the relatives who could not put the bride and groom first. Imagine how the bride and groom felt. You've seen that setup. It did not look cheap.
You know,
you've put all that decor, all that food, only for people to start throwing things at each other. Shame, shame, shame.
I am betting those people did not contribute.
Absolutely.
The people who are fighting.
Yeah.
They're probably distant relatives.
Yes.
It's
Yeah,
always
and
those ones,
yeah.
by the way.
You know, when people throw these lavish weddings, they don't do it to show off. They're not doing it to brag. It's because they want to celebrate it with so many people who mean so much
Yeah.
to them. Whether it's colleagues, whether it's your exes. The people invite exes to their weddings. I don't know. I don't know.
Who hurt you?
Colleagues. No, I'm just saying.
Who hurt
because
you?
people- but just like Cindy, listen,
Hakuja
just
ona
like
ni
Cindy,
kubarikiwa.
just like Cindy, I did a ceremony in Upper Hill at the Kadhi's Court.
Yeah.
We were 8 of us, and then that was that. And then the
Yeah.
next day we had
That's
lunch,
Nyima
and then my mom
pilau.
invited everybody that we knew from Bath. But you know, it is what it is, to each their own. But tell us what you think about this. We're going to read some of your comments after the break. We are about to take a short commercial break. We have your headlines coming up because we have the news at 9 p.m. So find out what stories